Hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you. It's here Srishti Maurya this side, your host for next 30 minutes, and I'm here to walk you through the basics of Trello tool. Okay, so I begin with Trello, I have a quick introduction about our community, our foundation. So I'm starting with it. Internity Foundation. Internity Foundation as a community rose to bridge the gap with students' experience in learning methodologies. It's a platform which creates an ecosystem of research, technology, entrepreneurship, and innovation in Indian engineering colleges through a community based collaborative learning model connecting students directly with industrial experts. It helps you to explore and excel in not only your technical skills but also professional skills. Don't forget to check out our website for our past events and latest happenings. Follow our social media handles for keeping yourself posted with latest updates. Okay, so now let's start with what's Trello. So before moving ahead, I would like you to introduce with a small scenario that will help you better understand what exactly is Trello and how it will help you. So for an example, you are asked to work on a project with a team of 4. Now you all decide together what you want to do for the complete course of your project, like you designed to do, who will be managing which task, and what all IDE or the language you're going to use. So for that complete course of plan, now you need to know and keep the track of updates as a team leader, that who is working on what is being completed, and now what is up next in our list. So for example, you are a group of 4, so you can probably communicate over calls, emails, or simply the text. But imagine now this complete project needs to be managed by the team of 20 people. Now, is that still feasible to communicate over the calls or emails? I guess you will all end up like keeping the track of emails instead the updates about your project. So the Atlassian Technologies came up with this tool called Trello. What it does and how it helps to you, let's get started with it. About Trello. So, Trello is a collaboration tool that organizes your projects into boards. At a single glance, you would be able to find what's being worked on, who is working, where something is in progress. You will get all the information at one collaborative place, and implies you will be more productive and able to collaborate well with your teammates. You will be have a clear understanding what is in our complete to do. It will keep you on track what you are supposed to do. You can make a list for all the tasks that are being completed and what is going on in progress. You can keep a check with whom you want to communicate, with whom you want to share the update, specifically with each member. So it is a sort of, you can imagine it as a whiteboard where you have a lots of sticky notes with all the tasks that you and your team needs to complete in a due span of time. Moving next, like diving into the Trello board. What exactly Trello comprises of? So Trello allows you to organize your information and tasks into boards, lists, and cards. So what are these boards, lists, and cards? Trello boards. Trello boards is nothing but a collection of lists which is filled of cards and used by you and your team. So now here a board can be like your board for your project, or it can be nothing, just uh, to do for your next month. So this can be anything but the overview what you are working on and or what is it all about. You can easily capture the progress, what's being done, and how it is being done, with whom you want to share the update. The next comes is our list. The Trello board is completely made up of lists. We can have n number of lists in our board. It's not just like you can have 10 or 20, you can have like hundreds of lists. That suffices your complete project task. It can be something as your workflow or the categories you will be working on, whatever serves your purpose for the best. Next comes the cards. The cards play the major role in this complete Trello tool. So everything you will be organizing is into those cards. Now these cards can be, you can refer it as your sticky notes, what you will be writing upon them. So now in a card, you can refer it to as like you can have content like you what bugs you need to fix in your project, what are the to dos, what is the update or the leads you want to share with your team or the coaches, or it can be simply like having what you want to do next in couple of days. So what all you can do with that card is you can add comments, upload file attachments, create checklists to have a clear understanding what all is to be done, what is already completed, or what is all left. You can add labels to clearly categorize those cards. These categories can be like considering it's a to-do list for my own personal work. So I can categorize them as my technical skills, what I want to prefer on my hobby aspect, or what I'm going to do like when it comes to professional understanding or like professional development. So I can have like these cards can have due dates that I wish to complete them in a couple of days or in a couple of months. So these you can add reminders to them and do a lot more. So let's have a quick demo of what all you can do on these boards, these cards, and the list. So as soon as you open your Trello after completely like logging in with your account, you will have this view of your window. This is the window where you gonna find all your boards. For now, like on my screen, there is a board present stating year 2020. There's some sample demo board and a board which says 9 June March. 9 June batch. So this was specifically to my internship which I had with Internity Foundation. So let's start by creating a demo board. So here I go. I create a board named as like Trello introduction. You can simply choose out of various pictures as the backgrounds or simply the color. So I would prefer a color that looks niche and clear. Okay, so this is the very first window that appears in front of you as soon as you create a board. So here you find a quick menu like about this board. You can add a quick description. What is this board about? So I say this is about introduction to Trello session, a demo board, and we save it. Again, you can choose a different background. Search for your cards. Once you have a lot many cards, it becomes difficult to find them out. Let's see how you're gonna add list and cards to your this board. So before we create a list, let's check out this quick feature of like sharing your board with your peer mates, with your teammates with whom you're gonna work and collaborate. So you can simply add their email address. Here I'm gonna write my own address again and click on send invitation. So that's how we share our boards with as many people as we want. It can be like 10, 20 with whom you are working. Now let's add a list. So now this list needs to have a title, what this list is supposed to have. For example, I will take it as my to-do list. Now the next I would wish to have in progress, where I will keep all the cards or all the tasks on which I'm working upon. The next will be completed, the task which I've already completed or I did complete in the course of time. And the final can be as reflect upon. So these this list gonna have the cards where I need to like still work upon, though they are completed, but minute changes are to be made. So this I've created 4 lists. So you can see I have still have the option to create more lists, and you work. Now this Trello board works in a linear fashion, like you move from left towards the right. Okay. Moving on to the next. Now all the lists are prepared, so I'm gonna add a card to it. So to my to do, I want to add few checks like technical skills. The next can be books to read. The next, I would wish to watch movies or series. And next will be like some hobbies to pursue. I guess that would be all. So let's check out these cards. To edit a card, you just need to simply click on it and it gets open. So this very window has all the functions that all, I should say all the things that you can do with your card. So now the very first line tells me about the name of this card. The second line provides me description that to which list this card belongs. So here it belongs to my to-do list. The next comes, I'm going to add a quick brief introduction, or I should say a description to my card. So it's about technical skills. So I will like technical skills to inculcate in the year 2020 and save it. So now our card has a description. Now I would like to add it a label. So now I want it to categorize as like must have. So this is red categorized. Now it is. I would like to give this label a name because it becomes more descriptive when you are sharing it with other team members. So it's like, yeah, like you want to have it as must have. Next, I would like to share it with other members. I can share it like for you all. You will be doing this summer internship, so you can share your specific card when you are making a project with your teammates, or you can share your daily task updates with your coach and stream head. So you can add them as the members so that they know by hand that what they need to do, like they need to like have a check on this card. The next is checklist. So I would like to add a checklist for the technical skill. So I shall name it as wish list and add it. So now my checklist is is created with a name as wish list, and I would like to add a few items to it. Now this can be like learning C++. The next can be Python. I would like to learn SQL. Next can be Java. So for example, I completed with my C++ and Java beforehand. So I can put a simple, I would click on these box to mark it as check. The next comes here on the lines is our due date. Now, for example, I decide to cover all these technical skills in the month of June. So I would select here the month that is June. It is 2020 and I would like to complete it by 15th of June, let's suppose. And I want that it should be like I should be reminded that yes, my deadline is approaching. So I would set the reminder for like 2 days, or you can even choose it like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or hours also. So I would take it as days and click on save. So currently my card has what all in it. it is labels. I have added members and I have a due date. I do have a checklist here. Apart from that, I can even put attachments here. Now, attachments can be from your computer, Trello, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, and many other options. You can even put attach a link here. So, for example, this is all about my technical skills. I would like to add a link from for a YouTube tutorial. So I can have it here, like which tutorial I'm referring, or it could be like some website specific course I'm following up. So I can have all those links here. For example, I made a few practice, so I can add my uh, notepad files or the wordpad files comprising of the codes. So all that you can do as a part of attachments. So here you get many more options to explore by all yourself. So don't forget to explore them all. There's a lot to do with it. Now, as a card is complete, so let's check out what all actions can be done with it. So like you can move like as now you can move this card from your to do to some other destination. So just click on list and find which list you want to put it into. So for example, I'm still working on it, so I would like to proceed to in progress. And position remains the one position, like at which position you want to place your card. It could be first, second, third, depending upon the number of cards you are having in your list. So let's click on move, and you just notice that the card moves from to do to in progress. Now here, as I told you that you will be having a clear understanding that what all is being done. Now here you can see without even opening the card, I have a clear look and feel of what all is set. Like I have a due date for 15th of June. It's having a description and a checklist. And in that checklist of four items, I have completed two. And I'm sharing with one person. So that comes here. That's how we like work on Trello. That is all the basics you can explore. For one more, for a reference, let's create one more card. So here, when we talk about books, so for example, I have it as a wish list to read in 2020. Save it as I want it to have a checklist. Again, it's a wish list. I would like to add a few items to it. Now, these items could be like the books I want to read, obviously. Okay, for a few example, chemist, then okay. Now we have a few options, or I should say, few items in our wish list that I want to read. Now I prefer them to complete by the end of June, so I check my have my due date. Again, I want to be reminded 2 days before the due date and save it. I would like to add a label, like it could be something like for fun, and put a save check. And that's how my complete. Oh, sorry, I forgot to add the label. Okay, so my complete card is again created. For next, for somehow like I already read them all and get this card come like fully checked, so I can directly move it to my completed list. Now you can move your cards like from in progress to do even, and from to do to in progress, and even if you want to have reflect upon that card, you can push it to there. So I guess that is all for we have when it comes to Trello. This is the basics of our complete Trello. I'm sure like there must be a few points where you must be like looking forward to more clarification. So don't forget to reach me out. And here are my a bit of introduction about me. So you can reach me on LinkedIn, follow me on Medium. So currently, I'm a volunteer with Internity Foundation. I feel blessed to be a part of such a great community where I'm like helping uh, students and the upcoming generation with what I felt could have been made much better if I would have got them. Thank you. That will be all from my side. I hope you all have a great day ahead.